Instant karma. The ABC host who mocked Alexandra Eala on live TV was forced into a public apology. Let me tell you something right now. If you've ever doubted that actions can come back around in spectacular fashion, this tennis story might change your mind. What unfolded over a few unforgettable weeks wasn't just match play, it was a nationally televised lesson in humility. Captured in real time as a morning show host who had dismissed Alexandra Eala ended up apologizing on air while she quietly let her tennis do the talking. Welcome back to Court Vision Media, where we break down the biggest stories, the real drama, and the moments the sports world can't stop buzzing about. Today, we're diving into how one young Filipina star taught mainstream sports media an unforgettable lesson without saying a word. To understand why this moment resonated so deeply, you have to understand who Alexandra Eala is. Born in Manila, she trained at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain and quickly made her mark by winning junior Grand Slams. But as any tennis fan knows, junior success guarantees nothing on the WTA Tour. The leap from juniors to the pro circuit is where many promising careers fade. Not Alex. In 2025, she arrived at the Miami Open ranked outside the top 100 with a wild card and produced one of the most electrifying runs of the season, reaching the semifinals and capturing global attention. Filipino fans rallied behind her in unforgettable scenes at Hard Rock Stadium, turning her breakthrough into a national celebration. Fast forward to 2026. This time, Alex returned to Miami not as a surprise wildcard, but as the 31st seed, a position she earned through a year of relentless work on tour. That's when the controversy began. Days before the tournament, an ABC morning show segment previewed the event. Instead of highlighting her rise, the host openly mocked her seeding, calling her previous Miami run a fluke and suggesting she would be exposed against elite competition. The tone wasn't analytical, it was dismissive. And the internet noticed immediately. The clip spread rapidly, and fans from around the world were outraged. Meanwhile, Alex stayed silent and focused. With a first-round bye, her tournament began against Laura Siegemund, a tricky veteran ranked in the top 60. After losing a tight first-set tiebreak, Alex responded with extraordinary composure, battling for over 3 hours to win in 3 sets. It was a statement victory, not flashy, but fierce. Then came the third round against Magda Linette, who had just stunned world number 3 Iga Swiatek. Confidence was on Linette's side. Momentum was on Linette's side. But Alex delivered a tactically brilliant performance to win in straight sets and reach the round of 16 again in Miami, this time as a seed proving she belonged. That's when the backlash reached a tipping point. Fans flooded social media with side-by-side clips of the host's comments and Alex's victories. Calls for an apology trended globally. The pressure mounted. And then came the on-air moment. The same host appeared on television looking visibly uncomfortable and issued a public apology, acknowledging Alex's talent and admitting they had been wrong. Co-hosts struggled to hide their reactions. It was one of those rare live TV moments that felt impossible to script. Alex's run eventually ended in the 4th round against Karolina Muchova, who played at an exceptional level that day. But what stood out was Alex's post-match interview. At just 20 years old, she reflected with remarkable maturity, saying she had learned she is neither invincible after a big win nor a failure after a loss. While the apology clip circulated online, Alex posted a simple, heartfelt message on Instagram expressing gratitude for Miami and joy at completing her first Sunshine Double. No shade. No reaction. Just grace. This entire episode highlighted something bigger happening in women's tennis. The sport is more global than ever, and outdated narratives about players from non-traditional tennis countries are being dismantled by results on court. Alexandra Eala isn't a novelty story. She's a legitimate top-tier competitor with the mindset, movement, and shot-making to climb even higher. There's also a lesson here for sports media. Constructive criticism is part of the game. But uninformed dismissal, designed for clicks rather than insight, rarely survives contact with reality. In this case, the court provided the only response needed. For the Philippines, Alex's rise is historic. The passion of her supporters is unlike anything else on tour right now, and she carries that expectation with extraordinary poise. What comes next is one of the most exciting storylines in the WTA season. As the clay and grass swings approach, top players will no longer see her name in the draw as a comfortable matchup. Miami made that very clear. And somewhere in a TV studio, a broadcaster learned a lasting lesson: do the homework, watch the matches, and respect the grind. Because the scoreboard always has the final word. That's the story of a remarkable tennis moment where performance, not words, delivered the loudest message. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Court Vision Media for more tennis stories the mainstream often overlooks.
Yung nilaro niya, definitely may mga times sa laro namin na parang naramdaman ko na may magagawa pa.